And in this segment we're going to talk about gastrointestinal problems which plague so many people. And how they're plagued by this are acid reflux. People in America are spending $14 billion a year on antacids. And this is an outrage. Why is it an outrage? Because neutralizing the acid is not a really good thing to do. Why is that? Because the stomach produces hydrochloric acid. In producing hydrochloric acid is necessary for all the mineral absorption. So to absorb calcium and iron and other minerals, we need hydrochloric acid. So if we don't have enough hydrochloric acid, we don't absorb our minerals, and this leads to many things. It can lead to anemia. It can lead to osteoporosis. So let's talk about osteoporosis, even though that's not really a GI thing, but it's so tied in I can't help it. So the problem is this. The antacids they're giving people, especially women, block calcium absorption. So a 1-year study in women where they gave antacids caused up to a 44% increase in hip fractures. Can you imagine? So we're having hip fractures in women just because they're taking antacids to block the to stop acid reflux. Okay, so there's many GI problems out there. What are the other problems? Well, the other things, let's talk about the rest of the hydrochloric acid. So hydrochloric acid is necessary, of course, to absorb minerals. Necessary to digest protein. Okay, without hydrochloric acid, cannot digest protein. Why is that so important? Think of the older people. The older people have weak muscles. They're not digesting their protein, not getting in protein in their muscles, so they're weak. Also, they're necessary as precursors to neurotransmitters. So the older people have trouble thinking, and their muscles are weak. That's just, and that could all be because of low hydrochloric acid. So, how do we get around the acid problem? Well, we have to measure the minerals, okay? And if we see, how do we know? If we see that they're low in minerals, we do a mineral test, we can see if they're low in these minerals, then that's an indication of hydrochloric acid, and we can give them hydrochloric acid up to the point where they get discomfort and then back off, maybe 1 to 3 of betaine hydrochloric acid or so. What else does hydrochloric acid, what else is it necessary for? It's necessary for the folic acid and B12 absorption. And we even have a book for people to get, if they'd like to get this book, Why You Need Stomach Acid. So all these subjects I talk about have been quite extensively reviewed in books, and there's much research backing these subjects up. Now, we also have many other problems. We have irritable bowel syndrome, very common. So what do we this could be just merely enzymes and hydrochloric acid. What do most people do? They eat mostly what kind of food? Mostly they eat cooked food. What's wrong with cooked food? You wouldn't give cooked food to the animals in the zoo. They won't thrive. So the animals in the zoo only get raw food. We are addicted to cooked food, including myself. So after every meal, I take enzymes with hydrochloric acid after every meal. So that's one thing. Now, if that works, fine. If that gets rid of your IBS. Other things for IBS would be aloe vera, possibly. Maybe glutamine. Glutamine's been studied to increase intestinal integrity. Maybe GI stomach itself, and duodenum has been shown to help. The herb nutmeg has been shown to help colitis and GI problems. And proper probiotics, meaning good bugs, that also has been known to help IBS. But again, this is in the context of a holistic program. The holistic program would include measuring the underarm temperature test for low thyroid and making sure the metabolism right. make sure the metabolism is not like a pond. We want the metabolism to be more like a fast-moving stream. So this is what thyroid does, increases the metabolism. Many people are low in thyroid. The blood tests frequently are inaccurate, just like, and they threw out the old-fashioned underarm temperature test and replaced it with blood tests, but they never disproved it. The old-fashioned temperature test really measured what's going on in the tissues. The blood test doesn't necessarily reflect what's going on in the tissues, just like somebody who drinks caffeine all day or coffee and then can go right to sleep may have a high caffeine level, but the tissues are not responding to the caffeine. So therefore we want to measure the core body temperature more. Okay, and so the thyroid getting the metabolism going faster can help the GI tract. It's all related, and it also helps thin the blood. So it's also an anti-clotting agent. Thyroid is. So thyroid also helps women get pregnant, so it helps prevent miscarriages. Okay, and it also helps mentation, and it helps constipation. It helps swelling of feet, fatigue, and helps hair loss. So hypothyroidism is a major problem, but it also helps GI diseases big time too. So that would conclude this segment. Thank you very much.